The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleTrend. Welcome to the webinar. We'll take a look at the signals. I'll show you what we suggest on the way to use the software, what to be looking for, where to buy and sell. The intraday has been it's just been a great week, a great start to the new year. We've had some really big trends that the software naturally picks up, all the big trends, and I think you're really going to like what you see here. Even the longer term charts for stock trading been really good. Now I'll point a few things out here, and as always, try and be helpful as I can. I'm always glad to help. That's one thing. I take this very seriously, and I'm always glad to help. So let's jump in and take a look. One of my favorite ETFs, because I'm kind of an ETF guy. I really like the longer term ETFs. For longer term, stock trading. And here's daily, weekly charts, which I really like a lot. I mean, I really think they're super helpful. And we'll look for the same thing on all, either swing or more position trading. Same thing. Any stock trading. We just want to get that triple confirmation. We first won't want to get an arrow. I use arrows. On some charts, they're dots, big dots, or they're X's. It's the same thing. It's the weekly signal. The whole key is it just has to be blue. So we've got the big blue weekly buy signal here. Now we've got a daily buy signal. Really important is the little blue dot. See these blue dots? As long as you've got these blue dots, stay in the trade. It's like there's a wall of protection under the price, that's called support. As long as there's no red dot above, you've got triple confirmation here. You've got a blue bar. You've got a blue daily buy signal, that the support dot underneath the price, and you've got a weekly buy signal. The blue arrow underneath the price. So you got a weekly buy signal, daily, everything's looking good. And this came in at about a month and a half ago at 104. Obviously, super trade here. Stops go on the second lower row of blue dots. So you say, oh, do we get stopped out here? No. I actually wouldn't exit the trade until it closes, because it's such a strong uptrend. And some people don't even put the stop until underneath the weeklies, which is fine to do because we're in such a massively strong uptrend since March, one of the most powerful in history. But the safe place to put it is on the second lower row of blue dots, or if you don't even have to put the stop in, if as long as you're checking it often enough. I mean, I'm literally at my desk all day long. So I wouldn't even exit until the price closes under the second row of small blue dots, which we never hit. But let's just say you didn't get in it then, you just got the software recently, or you're looking for something. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were looking at this together. I said, wow, what a perfect sweet spot right there. It's a blue bar, and even if it's green, that's okay, but it's even better if it's blue. I mean, that's just really stacking the odds in our favor. You've got a blue bar, you've got the little blue dots, they're always there, a whole line of small blue dots, and you just right above the blue dot. See, you don't want to get in when the price is way up here and the dot is down there. The further the price is above the dot, the greater the chance it's going to snap back. Like, could snap back here a little bit tomorrow. I mean, it's 12 points from the dots. I don't think it's ever been that much. Looking back on the chart, I mean, that's about as much as it ever has been. But it's not, and it certainly doesn't mean you get out of it. I'm just saying, a couple of days ago, you get in at 128, you got a call option or just shares, you're up $10 in 2 days. Or if you didn't get in 2 days ago, you couldn't got it yesterday at the same price. The point is, these are beautiful sweet spots. I don't care what you're trading, what time frames. When you see that on your chart, whether you're day trading, whether you're doing long-term trading, whether you're doing stocks or futures, jump on it. It's a super low-risk, high profit potential trade. Super low risk. That is just an absolutely perfect place to get in if you're not in the beginning. Beginning of the trend is even better, obviously. But if you're not in there, you just found out about this or any other, symbol recently, great, get in there. Hi, Allie, and hi, Tom. Yeah, Happy New Year, Tom. Thanks for being here, everyone. Be glad to help. So, and it doesn't matter what you're trading. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, I came across this one. This is GBTC is Bitcoin. That's an ETF for Bitcoin. So you don't have to go on the Bitcoin exchange and buy, and that's kind of, complicated. You can just buy the ETF, just like trading a stock, GBTC. I mean, there would have just been an absolutely, perfect place to get in. 2 weeks ago at 28, 2 weeks later at, like 45. I mean, it was at 48 earlier. So, I mean, this thing is just, taking off like a rocket. Again, probably a good chance it's going to pull back because of how far above the blue dots it is. But if this thing, pulls back to like the 35, 36 area, that'd be another great place to get in. So the point is, getting in at the dots or even getting in at the arrows. Look here, you got the arrows right there. Look how the price goes right to like the tip of the arrow. In between the arrow is the same thing as being on the arrow. You assume there's like a line in between because they only come in once a week. But I mean, there would have been another great place to get in here a month ago at 20. Again, the pullbacks only on the buying signals because again, the market's in such a strong uptrend. But the pullbacks back to the dots or the arrows, fantastic places to get in. Very low risk. It doesn't matter what you're trading either. And this is a daily, weekly chart. Okay, let's move along to the to the trend trading chart. And this chart, I'm here a long time now, many years. This has been one of the best weeks I think I've ever seen for the trend trading chart. The market is just making some very powerful, sustained, consistent trends. You just don't see that. I mean, normally you'll see this once a month. We've had 4 days in a row now. It's just been off the charts. Fantastic. Because we're getting these big monster moves. And it's just been extremely, hugely profitable. I mean, right at the open, which is a hard one to get in, especially that, normally like to wait a couple minutes before we get in, but it just took off like a rocket today. So anybody who did take that, I mean, man, you just hit a mega home run because it just kept on going. It just stayed above the blue dots. Now, we like to use the 2 green bar stop, especially if you like to get in and out a little bit more quickly. And what we do is we put the stop loss 2 points below the lower of the 2 green bars, which would be right here. And then so from here to here, in just the first, 6 minutes or so, it's 40 points. It's $800. I mean, that's not bad. And, the first, say, 10 minutes of the day, you're up $800. You say, oh, well, when do I get back in? Well, the problem is it never pulled back to the blue dots. Now, if you're the type that just takes, doesn't use the 2 green bar, because many people want to just stay in the trades a little bit longer and go for these home runs, then, of course, you put your stop, as I said before, on the second lower row of blue dots below the price. Second lower row of blue dots. However, it just never came back quite to this, hit the dot until right there. But, that worked out. Got a little bit extra on that one because we're going to get in at the dot. So it's the dot, regardless of the color, especially in this, huge uptrend. As soon as it hits the dot right there, and then, of course, we'd be out on the red bar. With the red dot, but we picked up like another 10 points on that, so that's another 200. So, even worst case scenario, it's not bad, first 2 hours, I mean, it's $1,000. So, Steve saying he does it the old school way where we put the stop at the second lower row of blue dots. And today he made 99 points. That's $2,000 at 11 trades, 9 winners. And yesterday you took in 115 points. That's not a bad 2 days, Steve. That's over 4,000 in trading just one contract in 2 days using the AbleTrend signal. So Steve uses the second lower row of the blue dots. You can use now, as it turns out, day like today, that was really this whole week, that was the thing to do. On a more normal week, we would use this, the 2 green bar exit. But again, if it pulls back to the dots, just get right back in again. So it just, I mean, nothing wrong with making this kind of serious money here today. I mean, that's $1,000, and I'll take that all day long, especially the first couple hours of trading. Okay, obviously a no trade zone there, a no trade zone there. That's a trade right there. And we're going to lose actually a little bit on that trade because we'd be stopped out. Small loss, like 3 or 4, 5 points maybe. But is what it is. Short trade there. It's about a break even, maybe a small one. I'll call that a break even. Then we got now we're getting into the dead zone. It's been dead. Use your discretion on that, but between 12:30 and 1:30 Eastern, been quite dead, So just use a little bit of discretion, which is right in there. So right in here is around the 1:15 Eastern time area, and you can just jump right in there. Obviously the trade comes in here, but you don't know at that time, that it's going to be such a great trend. So there's where you want to get in, a little closer to the 1:30 Eastern. I'm obviously on Eastern time, and then there's your 2 greens. Stop out is right there. So you're out at 912. You're in at 900. Pick up another 12 points right there. It's another 240, and then pretty much no trade zone. Buy signal there. Going to lose 5 points. So winning trades are many times bigger than the losing trades. That's perfect right there. There's 3 o'clock. Last hour of trading. Right there. There's a 2 green stop. Pick up another 10 points. Another 200. Absolutely perfect textbook sweet spot trade right there. It just doesn't get any, just like I showed on the other chart before, it just doesn't get any prettier than that. It's just, you can't get any lower risk than that. You've got blue bar, blue means it's going to go up to buy signal. You've got a blue dot of support right under it, which blocks the price from going lower. That's a buy signal. You've got a blue 2-minute buy signal. You've got a blue 3-minute buy signal. Does it get any lower risk than that? You talk about a pile of odds stacked in our favor to buy it right there. That's what we call it, a sweet spot. It's a super low risk, high profit potential trade. And there's the 2 greens. Stop goes 2 points below the lower of the 2 greens. We're stopped out there. We nail 15 points on that one. It's another 300. You can get right back in again. There's another sweet spot there. Another one there. Neither one of them, would have been stopped out or anything. However, it just dropped like in a minute, like 30 points, and we'd have been, stopped out right there with a break even. Now that one stunk because we were up like 20 points, and then it just instantly turned around. That's the trading world. It happens. You can guarantee they'll be losing trades. There's no perfect system, and would never ever mislead anyone, but wow, what a week this has been. Unbelievable. They've picked up some tremendous trends. I just hope it keeps going. Jeremy, can you scalp on the 3-2-1 or should you use the 3-1? Oh, you never scalp on this 3-2-1, Jeremy. No, that'd be a mistake. I'm going to show the scalp chart next. Different indicators, different algorithms. Everything is completely. It looks similar, but the algorithms and the support resistance points, the dots and everything, they're in different places. Totally different. Michael got to the webinar. Sure, Michael, I can't. I'm already 14 minutes into it. And I'm running really late. And they've been getting on me for going past the 15-minute mark. So I'm going to just keep on rolling right along, my friend. Actually, we talked about it earlier. I went through the open, and of course, the webinar. This webinar will be on YouTube tomorrow. We got just an absolutely perfect scalp trade right there, and the scalp trades, they haven't been quite as good because the trend has just been so good. It just keeps on going straight up the market. It's such a trend. But the scalp trade, you hit the blue dot. Stops, closes above it, and you were looking for a 5-point target, and 1 minute later we picked up $100. In fact, this went up like 100 points, but you don't know that at the time. It's real easy to say after the fact. So right there, picked up the first 2 trades of the day, actually. First 3, because that comes within a quarter of a point. First 3 trades, we're all 3 winners. We picked up 300. And then a losing trade right here because it clearly goes 2 points under the blue dot. One of those 3 points, but I like to stretch the losses to 5 points. So first 3 trades, we're up 300, and then we gave, then we had a losing trade, so we gave 100 back. Michael says, can you put limit orders at the 3-minute and target the previous high. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you like, absolutely. I mean, you can tweak things to whatever fits your style. Hits the blue dot right there, closes above it. 2 minutes later, we got the 5 points. Oh, you can also take it on the big dot as long as you have the arrow also. As long as you have the 1 minute and the 3 minute together, you got the big dot. That's also what we can, it's also a scalp. And then 2 minutes later, we get the 5 points, another 100. So we started off real good here, as you can see. First 6 trades, we had 5 winners. So that worked out great. We were up 400 after 2 hours, or not even less than 2 hours. Yeah, after 2 hours of trading. So, and then we had a losing trade here, hit the blue dot, closed above it, and then lost 3 points. But again, I call it 5. Way too tight in here is only 10 points. So just leave that alone. There's the big red dot with the red arrow, and that one turned out to be, an easy 5 points there also. So that was another $100. So it worked out well. Started off real good, like 7 out of the first 9, and then this is what I wanted to talk about. Closes right on the red dot. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's got to close, even if it's 1 tick. It's got to close under the red dot. The same way if we're buying it, it's got to close 1 tick above the red dot. If it closes exactly on it like that one, let it go. There's plenty of trades all day long. We don't have to pick every one of them up. As long as you pick up some of these, and nobody's going to get all of these perfect. Same thing on the trend chart. Not going to get all of these perfect. Nobody can. Impossible. I'm showing you what the trades were for the day. If you picked up half or 3/4 of them, great. That's all that can be expected. You can't pick up every single one. It's just not going to happen. It goes too fast. It's impossible. So my job is to show you what to look for on the chart. If you can pick up half these trades or 3/4 of, great. You did a great job. Okay, we got a losing trade here. And then we've got, actually, we've got a winning trade there because it's got the big dot and the arrow. Same thing here. Well, you know what? This is a losing trade. Because you can say, well, where am I going to put my stop loss? I would put the stop loss on the big dot. And that's a short bar. So that's actually a losing trade. Got to be fair about that. We're real serious about it here. I'm not cherry picking. This is perfect. Hits the arrow, or even the one after that, right between the arrows, same thing. Either one of these, if you picked up any one of those, they're all winners, actually, because they all at least easily won 3 points. 5 points. Those are all winners. Here it hits the red arrow, closes under it, and a minute later, we got the 5 points there. Another winner. Now, don't go short on this one. You say, why? Hit the red dot. Because the bar is blue. We're certainly not going to go short on the blue bar. Hits the red dot, closes under it, and right at the bottom there, we nailed 5 points. So really, scalp chart was really good today. Not as good yesterday, I believe it was. It was about a break-even day. That's the best we could do. Because it was just chugging right along. Okay, not on this one, even though it was a winner. Not on this one. Closes right on the blue dot. That one we're going to take. Do we get the 5 points? Fortunately, we didn't, because eventually it turned around and did go under the blue dot, so we lost on that trade. That's a winner. Hits the red dot, closes under it. A couple of minutes later, when it got to about here, we easily hit the 5 points. So you get the picture here. I mean, this is what we do, rolling right along. Same thing. This would be a losing trade. This would be a winning trade, right? Well, that'd be another losing trade. That'd be a winning trade. Hits the arrow and shoots up. It's the dot, goes up. It's the dot, a winner goes up. Either one of these, all 3 of these hit the dot, and then eventually you get up to about there, and you get your 5 points. This one, you get in right here, and 3-4 minutes later, you get up there, and you hit your 5 points there. So really good day today. Really, no matter what you did. It was just that kind of a day. Just wish it could be like that every day. But otherwise, good stuff. I think I think you find this helpful, and I'm always glad to help anytime. Same rules, same color, same dots. Keep it simple. Just use a little trade savvy sometimes. Especially if you've been watching this long enough. But we stick to it. We try and keep it as simple as possible. It does work. I promise it does. It's not going to, be a home run every day. I'll promise you that also, of course. But you just got to be patient, got to be very disciplined, like a robot. It's really what you got to be. And try and keep your emotions out of it, because that's the hardest part for all of us. We all know what that feels like. So thanks for being here, everyone. You're welcome, Steve, Tom, Michael. Thanks for being here, everyone, and stay safe.